Hey guys, back with another video. So this is part 1 of my burgundy wig. So right here is my BW basic white extra strength bleaching powder, and I'm gonna use a measuring cup, gloves, of course. Make sure you have your gloves because your hands will burn off. A comb, 40 volume developer, and aluminum foil. Now, some people use 50, but I don't use 50 because I learned my lesson. Using 50, you don't get it right. And, of course, your bundles and your closure. Oh, yeah, and also don't forget the brush and the bowl to mix and to apply on the hair. So, I don't really have proper measurements for what I did. I just went ahead and just poured what I needed. I probably put about maybe 4 cups of the measuring cup that came in the bucket. I used 4 or 5 maybe, and then I just went ahead and just poured the developer right in and just mix. And you want a pancake mix consistency. You don't want nothing too thin or nothing too thick. Too thick is just hot mess, and too thin, hot mess. The only time you want it thick is when you're bleaching knots. So like I say, you want it like a pancake batter mix. Nothing too thin, nothing too thick. So what I'm just gonna go ahead and start doing is putting the just laying out my aluminum foil and unwrapping my bundles so I could go ahead and start applying it on the hair. So we're about to start. It's not hard to just put it on there, of course. But what the trick is, you have to apply it evenly. Because if you don't apply it evenly, it's not going to come out one straight color. It's going to come out multiple types of blondes that you don't want. So you want to apply it evenly, and you want to make sure you distribute it evenly. You don't want it 5 different blondes in there. You want it one blonde. That's why when you start at the top, you go straight down, and you just keep doing it until it's all distributed into the hair. So what I'm doing right now is just making sure it's all in the hair. You want to make sure that you get the back as well, because you just don't want to do the front like it's gonna, get the back also. So you have to flip it and, make sure it's in the back also. And do the same process like any process. With this, you do the same thing to the back, like the same thing you did with the front. And then you want to go in between the track and make sure that you also got it in between. Just because you did the front and the back doesn't mean that it's necessarily distributed into the hair. So you also have to go between the bundles and make sure that you got it in there also. Okay, guys, so as you see right now, we are changing colors. That's a good sign, because if your hair is not really changing colors as much, I mean, it's not a bad sign, but I mean, your hair is kind of slow. No, I'm just kidding. But here is a closure that I did off camera. I thought the first time was going to be a charm, but I guess not. So I let it dry, and it came out like, if you know numbers, it came out to be a 2 or a 3, like a light brown. And that's not what I wanted. I wanted closest to blonde as I possibly can, so when I watercolor the burgundy, I want to have no problems. So I went ahead and just started dyeing Now, when it comes down to the lace with bleaching, you could go crazy. Not saying go crazy, but the lace is not going to stain, if that makes sense. So you could just go ahead and make sure that you get close, that you get in there. Basically, you get all up in there and you do what you got to do, because you're not, when people say, oh yeah, I'm gonna bleach my knots, you're only bleaching the knots of the hair, not necessarily the lace. Because I remember when somebody told me that before, they said I had to bleach my lace, and I'm like, okay, well, I thought you only bleach your knots, but whatever. But you guys get the gist. All I'm doing is just parting it in 4 parts and just going ahead and just bleaching. So right here, I'm going to spray the Got to Be Glue spray all over the lace, and make sure it's hard enough so it won't stain my lace. So just go crazy, but not too crazy, but go crazy. So we are getting to my favorite part of the video, watercolor time. And wow, so I'm using Kiss Red Storm. I just can't believe I really just dropped that in the middle of the video. But this is actually my first time using this. And by the way, use gloves. This is my first time using Kiss products. So yeah, this is actually my first time doing it, especially with watercoloring. This is my first time, but I haven't heard no bad things about it. They just really, pipe up the Adore so much, but Kiss and Adore is basically the same thing, but Kiss just don't have a lot of colors. And by the way, make sure you use something to stir, like a brush, and use a comb. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just start pouring it in there and put a little water in there so I could go ahead and shake it up and make sure I get all the dye out the bottle. So yeah, this is my first time using it, but like I said, they pipe up Adore so much, but it's literally the same thing. And by the way, Kiss has more product. Adore only has 4 fluid ounce, and Kiss has 5. But Adore has more colors than Kiss, so that's why they, pipe it up so much. But it's literally the same thing, and it smells good. It don't stink. So what you're gonna do is make sure you mix it in properly, and yeah, you just want to make sure you mix all the product in. Make sure you mix very well. Make sure you go in and do what you got to do. And I'm not going to say, yeah, you can see if it's mixed in or not. You can't see with a dark color. So just make sure you're, mixing for a good minute or two, and just make sure just in case. So now here we go. We is about to dip. So pray for me, y'all. But I already know it's gonna work because this is a honey blonde and this is a dark burgundy. So it is gonna work. I knew it was gonna work, but me being so anxious is just, yeah. So look at that, y'all. Just keep dipping and you will get the result that you want. Just keep dipping. Don't just dip it once and be like, oh yeah, I'm done. No, you have to keep dipping the hair, and I'll let it sit in there for about a minute or two, and I just let it sit in there, and I just wanted to make sure it got all of it. But once I dipped it once, it was already in there. I thought I was gonna need 2 bottles, but I only needed 1. So yeah, I only needed 1 bottle. You don't need 2, you don't need 3 for a watercoloring thing unless something goes wrong. But yeah, you really don't have to buy 2 or 3 bottles. You only need 1 bottle, especially with the Kiss. It's like you have a lot of dye in there, so you really don't need all that. So like I said, I let it sit in there for a while, and it wasn't gonna stain the lace because I already put the got to be in there, so I was safe. And look at that. Thank you guys for watching. There will be a part 2 of this video. Like this video and subscribe to my channel, and if you are new, welcome to the family. Hello. So there will be a part 2, and I hope you guys watch it. See you guys soon.